Morning, everyone. So today we are flying to Boston. This will be our first time visiting Boston. It's actually only a 2.5 hour flight from Orlando, so it's not really that far. So we're almost there. We should be landing in about 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm excited to see a new city. So we just got off the plane and we are now in the Boston airport. So we need to go find the ground transportation so that we can get our bus over to downtown Boston and get our day started.
So for those of you that have never been to Boston's airport or to Boston at all, we found out there's actually no metro, like no train that connects from the airport to downtown. You actually have to go take the Silver Line bus downtown, and that'll connect you to the other lines. Well, some good news, the Silver Line is free, so that's great. We don't have to pay to get from the airport to downtown. Yeah, we're going, the Silver Line comes about every 10 minutes. Unfortunately, we missed one, so another 10 minutes to go.
So the Silver Line is more like an airport shuttle than like a bus. They even have like the luggage rack for all your luggage. So yay, we didn't have to wait very long for it at all. It was really only 10 minutes. And actually the ride over to downtown Boston is pretty quick too, only about 20, so definitely not too long.
So we just got off the Silver Line bus. It took us to South Station, and now we will be walking over to Chinatown so we can get something for breakfast. Definitely feeling pretty hungry since our flight was very early this morning. Our flight out of Orlando was at 6 a.m. So it's a good time for breakfast. It's about 9:30 right now in Boston.
So here we are at Boston's Chinatown. In a previous video when we were in Los Angeles, we also visited their Chinatown. Yeah, I'm so excited to get some Chinese pastries for breakfast. I definitely plan on getting a barbecue pork bun and maybe cake. Yes, I love that Chinatowns always have cheap bakery items for breakfast. Alright, now we are nice and full of our Asian breakfast. We are gonna walk around and get on the metro so that we can go other places in Boston. Yeah, the barbecue pork bun was good, just like I remember growing up. And I also got a sponge cake with some cream inside. That was also really good. Both are very fresh, and the cake was very soft. I definitely enjoyed having those. I really miss eating them. We don't really have a good Chinese area or Chinese bakeries in Florida, so every time I'm traveling somewhere with a Chinatown, I always get really excited to go to a Chinese bakery. Here we have a map of all the metro lines in Boston. It looks like the metro takes you a lot of different places. It looks like it takes you pretty much everywhere, which is great. Yeah, I definitely enjoy going places with the metro system. You don't have to worry about a car. It makes things so much easier. I think I talked about it before in a previous video that Florida doesn't really have a good metro system, not like Boston or New York or San Francisco. So you really need a car in Florida.
Okay, so after a lot of switching metro trains and buses, we're almost at the Freedom Trail. Yeah, so far the weather's really good here at Boston. It is a little bit colder than I'm used to in Florida. It's good light sweater weather, and tonight it'll probably be quite cold and good for a jacket. Yeah, a little tired from this morning, but I'm excited. So yeah, let's get on with our adventure. At the visitor center. So this is the first stop on the Freedom Trail tour. So yeah, we're going to see where this tour takes us. Yeah, let's go. Up to the state building. Unfortunately, it looks like it's under refurbishment, so we can't go inside today, but perhaps next time we can take a look inside. From what I heard, it's very beautiful inside, and it's a great place to see some history. So here is where the Franklin family grave is, in the cemetery by the Freedom Trail. But yeah, as my husband pointed out, Benjamin Franklin is not actually buried here, just his family. You'll find Benjamin Franklin's actual grave in Philadelphia.
So far, the Freedom Trail has been pretty nice. Overall, it is a very nice day to walk around Boston. Like I said before, it's nice and sunny. So for those of you that have never been on the Freedom Trail or have never heard of it, the Freedom Trail is a 2.5-mile red brick trail through Boston's historic neighborhoods. The Freedom Trail actually passes by a lot of historic landmarks that were important to the American Revolution. So if you guys like history, you guys would definitely like the Freedom Trail. And honestly, I'm not really into history much, but it's been a really nice walk, and yeah, it's definitely a nice thing to do when you visit Boston. finding the Freedom Trail to be just a little confusing at times. So you are supposed to follow the red bricks on the ground, and it will lead you to the next landmark. But sometimes we're noticing that the bricks lead nowhere, or the bricks start to disappear. So you really have to pay attention, and at times it's almost like a scavenger hunt to find all 16 of these landmarks and to get to them all. Some of them were also closed, like we saw earlier, and we couldn't walk close to them, which made the bricks also disappear. So yeah, this is pretty fun. But for those of you that don't want to go through a scavenger hunt to find all the landmarks, you could actually buy a tour. The tour is $16 per adult and $8 for kids ages 6 to 12. The tour that you purchase is a 90-minute walking tour, but you could, like I said, do it without paying. It's just a bit more difficult sometimes to find the exact location of all the landmarks. And also, if you guys like tours with someone that is more knowledgeable about the sites that will teach you about each landmark, that would also be a good option. It's not too
so
expensive.
We made it over to the Quincy Market. Yeah, we've seen a few articles and other videos at the Quincy Markets where there's a huge food court, but we heard it's really expensive in there. So yeah, we're gonna go check it out for ourselves now. I'm pretty hungry though, so gonna definitely be finding something to eat soon. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of restaurants, a little quick service and fast food restaurants in here. Some cookies. Boston and Maine's seafood lobster rolls that they're famous for. Some smoothies over there. Lots of pizza. Lots of pizza coming up. There's some traditional Chinese food there. Boston chowder, clam chowder that they're also very famous for. Yeah, there's actually even more down the hall over there. Like I said, there's a bunch of other restaurants here, little quick services, bakery. There's some Indian food. There's a lot more lobster roll places. There's some Japanese food. I see some sushi coming up. There really is all sorts of stuff in here. Ooh, Boston patisserie. It smells really good. Yeah, the things from this one smell really good. Oh, there's Philadelphia steak, Philly cheesesteaks. Yeah, well, Philly's not that far, so it's about right. More seafood at this one. Ooh, Boston famous fresh cut fries made to order. That sounds delicious. A lot of things here sound really delicious, but they definitely are very expensive. And here we are at the end of Quincy Market. Okay, so we ended up trying food from the Quincy Market. We were hungry and things smelled really good. So my husband got a lobster roll combo with clam chowder and some lemonade. It cost him about $30, so it is expensive, but he said it's worth the money. Everything tastes really good. And I got some fried shrimp and fries. It came with coleslaw. I'm not a fan of coleslaw, but the fried shrimp and fries look really fresh, so I'm excited. Let's see if Boston really makes good seafood.
Just finished lunch at Quincy Market, and now on with the rest of our Freedom Trail tour. We have made it over by the waterfront area now. We are actually almost done with the Freedom Trail. We are almost there, guys. It is really a beautiful walk. I'm not sure that this would be that fun during winter when it's snowing, but definitely during spring or fall when it's not like super hot. This is a great idea. For people of all ages. It is it's a really nice walk, and I think even if you're not into history, you would still enjoy the Freedom Trail walk. So we found out that the paid tour for the Freedom Trail doesn't actually take you through the whole trail. To be able to see the end of the trail, the Bunker Hill Monument, Charleston, the waterfront, or the harbor, that's something you'll actually have to do on your own. The paid tour only takes you around downtown Boston through the first half of the trail, so it's definitely more worth it to have just started off with not paying in the first place.
So we did it, guys. We walked the whole Freedom Trail today, 2.5 mile walk. Yeah, it was kind of tiring, but it was really nice to see a lot of the historical landmarks along the way and the statues. Yeah, the lunch at Quincy Market was good, pricey but good. So yeah, if you guys do decide to go to Quincy Market when you're here in Boston, just be prepared to pay at least $20 for your meal, anywhere from $20 to $40. Yeah, that's definitely more expensive than we usually eat. After all that walking, it's time for something sweet. We're at Mike's Pastry by Harvard. decided to get an eclair and Boston cream pie. Yeah, it looks like it has maybe some custard filling inside. Yeah, a little bit on the expensive side, but they are huge, so I think they're looking really good. So today for dinner we are trying a new taqueria in Boston. Maria's Taqueria. Yeah, the prices are right. It's not too expensive. So I got 2 carnitas tacos with rice and refried beans. But yeah, it smells good. Everything looks fresh. Very flavorful. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Boston. Yeah, we're exhausted. We've been up since very early this morning, so we're gonna head to bed. See you guys in the morning. Bye.